What is up, synth junkies? Welcome to Easy Synth Programming Lesson 12, where we're gonna go into filter resonance. Hey guys, I'm Michael Carrillo, aka Hexspa, and welcome to my channel. I release original music Monday, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, as well as original music making tutorials. You can support me anywhere on the screen. I do not upload original music every week. I tried to do that. It's really tough. But here we're gonna get into the filter resonance. If you guys haven't seen my filter cutoff video, then make sure you check that out. Resonance is how can you explain it? You know when you talk to someone and you get along with them and you start vibing? That's kind of what the resonance feature does in a filter. It kind of you find the frequency with your cutoff. Like, imagine all these little dots around the cutoff knob are potential friends, and then you find someone you like and you just kind of resonate with them. Does that make sense? Let's hear an audio example. So here I brought the filter cutoff down, and now I'm going to boost the resonance. Now it's funny because the resonance sounds higher than where the filter cutoff is, but that's because even 200 hertz sounds high when you boost it enough. Or 300 hertz, you'd think it's low, but it's really not that low. If you want high, then you got to go all the way up here, and then you get this. Now on my mix cube, I can't even hear those frequencies, but let me play it on the full range system. Oh yeah, you can hear that screamy. Have you ever ridden a bike or been walking around and someone's car just starts squealing the brakes and you think you're gonna go deaf? Thankfully you don't. Listen. Hear that way up top? That's nasty, but you can get that. I mean, and then you do a little drop like this. I mean, look at that resolution on this filter. But this is a training filter, guys, so it doesn't have every single step in between. But yeah, that's what resonance will do. Have you ever seen in DAWs these adaptive filters? I think Native Instruments Battery has these. I think maybe some of the new filters in from Ableton Live 9.5 have these adaptive filters where it's a low pass filter, okay, a high cut, but then as you add more resonance, the rest of the frequencies come down. That's pretty much how this filter works. So if you listen, here we have no resonance, cut off all the way open, so just straight on saw wave. But as I bring it up, the rest of the frequencies go down in level as that resonant peak comes up. Once again, I'm on the mix cube, so I don't even hear that, but I'm assuming you do hear it. I can hear the mid-range dropping, but there you go. That's your resonance. You don't have to bring it up all the way all the time. Just give a little bit more edge to your cutoff. Also, by turning your resonance up, you accentuate any filter movement that you might be doing. So let's say that this is a smooth motion here. It just sounds like you're opening a water faucet, but like if you turn up the resonance just a little, it really kind of, it creates more overtones wherever that frequency cutoff knob is. So more overtones means more information, which means you hear it better. Let's decipher some patches. Now that's a really low filter cutoff, but how much resonance is there? Some. Maybe a little more. There you go. Okay. Yeah. Sounds pretty bright. But it's bright on the mix cube, so it's not actually super bright. think that's right. Okay, that's a lot of resonance. You can hear that immediately. You know, resonance is kind of like overtone singing. Have you guys ever heard someone do that with their voice? It's like... You can... you can, some people can sit there and just... I wish... Maybe I can find a link. If I can, I'll put it in the description. There's this chick, she's just like... She sings like a whole melody over this drone of her voice. It's amazing. Resonance is just like that. So... finding resonant values in filter cutoff combinations is tricky because you think that your cutoff is lower than it is, or high, like, yeah, because the resonance makes it sound higher. But you know. More details. Now we have added the filter envelope back in, and let's get a taste of that. So let's first bring our cutoff down. So here's full on saw. Oh shoot. Our release amp, we have our amp envelope here, so let's make it something realistic. So here's our full saw wave. Here's cutoff halfway down. Here's resonance halfway up-ish. We can't do half, but let's do 2/3. Here's the difference. And then let's add some kind of envelope where our envelope will pop up. As we hold the key down, it'll remain high, and then as we release, the filter will follow the amp envelope down. Okay, these values are the same. If you don't understand this, make sure you check out amp and filter envelopes videos in the playlist. Okay, watch the whole playlist if you don't know what's going on. It's really important that you understand all these concepts very well because they add together just like math. You know, if there's some kind of math concept that you don't quite grasp, then good luck in college. Okay, and if we want to hear the filter envelope opening, then that's what you got. Now, if you don't have no resonance, the sound gets brighter and darker, but it's nowhere near as obvious. Okay. So that's okay, I guess we don't have the amp envelope, but what happened now? Now, I'm hearing zero attack, I'm hearing sustain down all the way, I'm hearing a ton of resonance, and it's pretty low. Damn. Now, whether I release the key or hold it down, I'm getting the same decay and release value. So maybe here. I'm gonna just go ahead and guess. Okay, I think the cutoff's down some. What? Resonance up. Envelope mass. Decay mass. Envelope manos. I don't know, man. Anybody got any ideas? Resonance down? Oh my god. I think that's it. That's not it. You hear how his immediately starts falling, mine doesn't. I think my amp envelope, or yeah, my filter envelope's too high, the amount. Still not right. I think that's right. Cool. Now we definitely have some attack on this. It's pretty low. We got a lot of resonance. Actually, not that much resonance. Goes up, comes down, and what else does it do? Now again, we have symmetrical decay and release. Maybe more attack? No, I think more envelope amount. You hear how it kind of farts out at the end? Make sure you have all these components of your sound over time correct, because you might get half of it right, like up until the peak, and then at the end it does some other thing, which will give you clues that your sound settings are not correct. I think that's right. Okay, we have a very short decay on this sound. But the cutoff is not that low. I think that's right, huh? Okay, again. Oh, shoot. Oh, that sucks, man. How did that even happen? I don't know what I pushed. My bad. It happens sometimes, man. What can you do? Okay, well, at least let me explain why it's like this. You gotta bring the attack up because it opens, you know what I'm saying? So the cutoff has to be down, right, to get that. It's kind of hard to do when you already know the answer, but... See, now we need to have amp envelope. I guess that much. Whatever. You can hear the amount of resonance on that, so I don't know why I hit that button. I don't remember doing it, but things happen. Oh, are we gonna retry this? Okay, cool. So attack, right? We definitely have low filter cutoff. We have a lot of resonance. I don't remember how much, but a lot. And then we have the sustain all the way up, because when we hold the key it stays bright, which is indicated by this number, and then if we let go it's pretty fast. So I think I'm hearing more points on mine. This is a case for the full range system. Or is it right? I think that's right. I forgot the answer actually. Cool. Okay guys, this is not the quiz, alright? All we're going to be doing now is using the LFO, which we talked about in lesson 11. You can check that here, if I edit the video correctly. If not, watch the playlist. The playlist link is definitely in the description. It's good for you. You're going to be using this periodic waveform to modulate or change over time the cut off knob in a smooth way, because there is no resonance value here. So it's going to be this, and then we're going to set this to make sure that the patch matches. Let's go. Okay, getting it started. A lot of resonance. LFO obviously goes to cut off. We got a lot of it, and I don't know how fast. 1, 2, is that eighth notes? Don't know. Oh, cool. We have different waveforms. Yeah, I think that's triangle, which gives you kind of an oval shape. Oh my god. What is that? Oh, not pulse width. Cutoff. Nope, faster. And not that much of amount. Because if the amount's too high, then you go all the way up in that super buzz and super choke on the bottom, and this is something else. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to tell. I don't think it's 100% here, and maybe the resonance is down some. Maybe the resonance is not down some. Is that right? Sounds right. Let's go. Now, you hear how that sounds almost like a sequencer? That's because you have this. This is almost like, and it's going to function almost like an amp envelope, where the attack is instant and then you just have a decay. You don't really have much more control, but like the stepper or something inside of Massive, or if you draw automation, you know, it's going to be the same thing. So the cutoff is down because primarily it's dark. I'm not hearing a ton of resonance. Let's go back to eighth notes, and I don't think the amount's up all the way either. Let's just check that. And you got to assign it to cutoff. That's important. Less amount. Let's try that first. Not a very big difference between those two resonance settings. Except you get more of an ow, 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 ow sound. But not that. See, that's just a little bit more dull. Okay, I think that's it. Now that's a very resonant sound. Kind of reminds me of Bjork or something. Remember, always assigned to cutoff, at least for this, and then that sounds like sample and hold. I don't think it's up all the way, and our filter cutoff is down. And make sure we set the rate something fast. Ooh. Okay, yeah. Okay, 16th notes for the rate. And the amount is not that high. And I think our cutoff is a little bit up more. I think that's right. Let's just move the cutoff one little piece and see. Oh, hell no. This has to be the answer. Alright, so assign the LFO to cutoff, and we definitely have a lot of it, and it's going kind of quick. Not that quick. Probably turn up the resonance some. But not that much. I think that's the answer. Let's check on the full range. I'm getting the similar amount of buzz on top. Finish! Now the quiz. The resonance knob works very closely with the pulse width. Just kidding. Cutoff knob. What do we call the ringing sound that occurs when turning up the resonance all the way? That is called self-oscillation, because it's almost like an oscillator happening by itself. When self-oscillating, not self-medicating, degenerates. When self-oscillating, what knob controls the pitch of the ringing sound? Leave a comment. It's a cutoff knob. Next. To really take advantage of the resonance knob. Renaissance knob. I know it's not Renaissance, okay? To really take advantage of the resonance knob and create juicy filter effects, which two sections of the synth can we use alongside resonance? What did I just do? Did I just lisp resonance? Resonance. Silent. To really take advantage, man, these sentences. To really take advantage of the resonance knob and create juicy filter effects, which two sections of the synth can we use alongside resonance? Well, we can definitely use LFO and filter envelope. And no, I think that's it. I think it's turned up, okay? I don't think it's left at 0, but I suck at these because I need to be able to play it to know. So I'm going to say turned up. It's turned. I'm going to say it's turned up because right at the top, I'm hearing a little action, okay? What the hell, man? I mean, obviously that's turned up a lot. Well, whatever. Okay, let's turn it up. I think the biggest clue is right here. Alright guys, now we're going to start the group. If you are a patron, after the group, we're going to go into the on your own portion of this lesson where I'm going to be using Native Instruments Massive to demonstrate these techniques in real world scenarios. So yeah, thank you for making it this far. Go to the end of the video to get a link to the playlist. I mean, it's also in the description, whatever. But yeah, I'm making these videos because when I went through Syntorial, I mean, we're kind of getting there, you know. There's 33 main lessons. Well, actually, the final one is not a lesson. It's just like 4 challenges. Yeah, it's pretty great. But we're almost halfway through. I mean, we just passed a third, so not really. But we're getting there, and when I went through it, it was tough, man. I mean, after this, it's going to start to get harder, you know? Like right now, it seems easier. Maybe it'll be easier because this is my second time through, and I have my room set up better, and I'm more familiar with synths. I've used them a lot more. But you know, I'm just hoping that if you guys decide to pick up Syntorial, that this will act as a companion for you, that it'll kind of, you know, make you feel like you're not all alone on your journey. So yeah, if you're gonna bounce now, then thanks for watching. But for those of you, especially who have this program or want to know what it's about, then this is the part that you need to see. The group challenge, where we have every option available to us. So let's get started. All right, so what is that? All right, well, we start with the amp envelope right now, and we have some decay. I'm hearing some filter cutoff. The decay is really short. I'm thinking that we have some kind of pulse waves detuned, but I don't know which kind. Maybe they're medium pulses. Don't know. I think they're detuned. Okay. I don't know how much though, and I think we have some kind of sub oscillator happening, to be honest with you, but not sure. Don't hear any delay, but let's hear where we're at, because I really don't know. Okay, I think our filter cutoff knob needs to be done. Maybe more amp envelope or filter envelope. What? No, that's not it. Okay. Maybe we need more resonance. Let's try. Oops. Yeah, let's try the waveform. I don't think they're saw waves, but they darn well could be. Huh. Huh. I'm hearing a fifth in there, but I don't know where it's coming from because these have to be detuned, I think. That's so weird. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think they're detuned, actually. But I really don't know. What am I doing wrong here, man? Oh, you know what? It could be pulse width modulation. I don't know, man. This is tricky. I don't know. I don't know the answer. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Darn it. I really don't know the answer. Oh, God. Let me reset it, man. I don't know. I think that was it. I think the decay needed to be longer on the amp and the filter. Is that it? No, that's not it. But it's closer, I think. Huh. What am I missing? Maybe it is pulse width modulation, man. I don't know. Alright, man, I'm really having a hard time here. I don't know what the answer is at all. I'm hearing fifths in there. Maybe it is detune. Did I just get it? This sucks, man. I don't know. Has to be some kind of pulse. I don't know, man. I really don't know. Alright guys, I think that's it. Holy crap, I don't know if any of you stayed with me for the whole thing, but let's get a hint, because I can't think of it being any closer. Turns out I was pretty right. It was the start button that was off, and the amp envelope just up a tiny bit. So, I don't know why, I guess, or no, it wasn't. Well, it sounded like it was, okay? So, I'm gonna go with that. What the hell, man? Whatever. Definitely got some delay going on there. Okay. Alright guys, I think that's the answer for that one. Let's get a hint. Yep. Alright, I think we have some kind of narrow pulse, like a sub. Cut off LFO a lot. Maybe a fifth, or I think it's an octave. Medium. Okay, I think that's the bulk of it. Don't know what else it could be. Looks like that is it. And the first one is hard. Alright. Cut off, sample and hold, rate, amount, resonance, release is pretty long. None of this. Alright, so that's a 0 sustain. Kind of a long, generous release there. Oh, for God's sakes, I'm turning up the wrong control. Yeah, I was turning up the wrong control. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. Get a hint. Yes, that is right. Alright, I'm hearing massive amounts of detune or pulse width modulation was my first one, honestly. So, I don't know. Then we had like a big filter sweep. So let's start with that. I think it's detune actually. Weird how it grows at the end, but yeah. I think that's it. Pretty simple patch. Not sure how different it could be. You guys hearing like the simultaneous layering happening? It's like you have a detune layer and then you have a resonant filter sweep layer. Yeah. Oh shoot, am I wrong here? I felt like something was wrong. But I think we're good. Yeah, okay. Alright, so that sounds like a pulse wave and it sounds like some kind of saw. And it sounds like it's going too. Well, not filter cutoff because that has an envelope on it. Maybe it is though. I don't know. Something else is in there. Is it a sub oscillator? I don't know. I think that's it. Let's get a hint. Yes, yes. Yeah! Yeah! Okay, guys, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. I don't know how many of you are still with me. That first challenge question was really hard. That happens, you know, but I feel rewarded that I stuck with it. I really want to get through all 33 lessons for this easy synth programming series, because at the end of it I want to reward myself with getting a subscription to the Rolling Cloud. I know maybe many of you are not into subscriptions, and I can understand that, but what can you do? That's the decision that they went with, and I think their stuff sounds amazing. I am certainly not going to go, you know, all over the city looking for real Junos, and I know that they didn't make the DX7, but I mean, these old synths that really made the drum machines and stuff. You know, I had a guy bring a DX7 over to my studio at one point, and man, it really just felt like a blast from the past, you know, because I grew up having these things that you had to plug in, like with these connected power supplies and stuff. It's just ridiculous how big and bulky, and this one's particular action wasn't even that good. So I was like, hell no, you know, it didn't have MIDI. I couldn't use it as a MIDI controller. Just take a bunch of space. I just don't see the point, man. I know a lot of guys are into that, but I feel like, you know, if you got a good software recreation, and you got a controller, then you can do the bulk of it. I think it'll be a while before I'm able to really dig in and start messing with, like, you know, like as if the hardware would make a difference. Maybe it wouldn't sound, maybe it wouldn't. I don't know. I haven't tried, but thank you for watching. If you become a patron for $3 a month, you get to join me every week in doing on your own challenges. So we go through in Native Instruments Massive and, you know, apply this stuff. So if you're serious about synths or you like what I'm doing, then let's go over there and yeah, do some on your owns. So I'll see you next week. Peace.